Mi gente, this morning I just want to have some pillow talk with you. Now, some of my messages have a PG rating, but for this one, there is parental advisory. A little while ago, I posted this little message on my stories, and I said something along the lines of, if you're not making contact, then you're just jacking off. Now, this reference that I made, it pertained to training and making contact, as in that mind-body connection. Whenever you start something new, you always have to start from the bottom as a novice, because you know not. And most coaches will tell you never to use the words, I can't. Everyone has a measure of potential stored inside of them, but potential cannot be gauged or measured in volume until it is expelled, until it is exerted. So what I'm telling you is that you've got equity. You have stored potential within you that you've never even tapped into. So how then do we take this potential energy and expel it so that it can be measured? There are so many different illustrations that I could make in order to express this thought. I could talk about animals in the wild. I could talk about different types of training. I could talk about martial arts. I could just music, anything. But the way I saw it in my head was sex. I'm sure at one point or another you've heard someone say, or perhaps you've said it yourself, that someone is bad in bed. Now, personally, I am an advocate for celibacy, but I mean, I got 3 kids, so I've done the do. Now, ladies, I don't care if you have a cape with a giant S coming out of your, okay, it's not that good that if you just lay there, it's going to be the most amazing sex in the world. But, you know, some people just lay there like a blow-up doll, and, you know, you can't really just blame the girl, because sometimes the guy, he's just not making contact, which brings me to my point. It's like the difference between a bodybuilder, no offense to you bodybuilders, and an athlete. You know, a bodybuilder will just go in there and get a good pump. But if you're just getting a good pump, you're not making contact. You're not getting deep, okay? But when you get your mind involved in it, oh my God, then you can do it. You can put your back into it. So what happens to the body when you get your mind involved is that the mind will recruit more motor neurons to fulfill the task at hand. So you will have more rhythm. You'll begin to move your body and position yourself in different ways to get the right angles. It'll affect your breathing. You'll exert more energy. You'll start to build and build and build potential. You'll build torque. You'll build friction until you get to the point where you're like, oh yeah? Oh yeah? You build up so much potential that you become filled up. You have pushed past the threshold, and there's nothing left to do but to let it out. And so in life, you must remember that you have potential stored up in you, but you have to find that stimulation so that you can build it up inside of you, because it cannot be released until you are filled up with potential. Just because I'm not exerting myself doesn't mean that I don't got it, because I got it. I'm just storing it up inside. This is what I like to call guerrilla warfare. And I came to bring the power to the people. Go get it. Accept it with love. Endure it with patience. Return it with force.